what's your secret to build global? Because you build now Freedom Fed Net Global, and your network is so global. What is the secret inside there?
Actually, no special secret. I can say the dream is very important. The vision, the mission is so important. When we start our FFG, for example, Freedom Fed Net Global, you know FFG stand for? FFG actually stand for From Asia into Humanity.
So for me, what can be the place of FFG in the youth school orientation, Papa?
That is why in my mind, in my vision, what we want to do in the future, hopefully one day FFG is something like Life University.
Good morning, Papa Onki.
Good morning, Papa Foso.
I'm very happy to meet you this morning. It's a pleasure for me.
Oh, me too. Happy to see you again.
I'm calling you from Africa, Yaoundé, Africa, Cameroon, and grace and gratitude to speak with you this morning.
Me too. Happy to see you again, even through the Zoom.
Yeah. I'm very happy because I know I will learn more this morning. Please, can you give me the opportunity, Papa, this morning to receive more to you?
Oh, welcome. I'm happy to share. And I also can learn from you, so we can learn each other, Papa Foso.
Thank you, Papa. You know, Papa, I'm a network marketing builder from Africa, Cameroon. So, Papa, we call you our God gift because it's through you and through Freedom Fed Net Global we have made this opportunity. And my question is this, Papa. How do you feel to understand of people, particularly in Africa, say that through you and Freedom Fed Net Global that they get this opportunity?
Papa Foso, of course, the feeling is fantastic. For example, I visit countries in Africa, for example, in Cameroon. And when I saw the people excited, especially when they share the success story from the financial, they grow better, leadership grow better, and so on. Of course, the feeling is so grateful. So feeling so good, Papa Foso.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you very much. And what I want to know again, Papa, this activity is new for us, very new. And for the beginning, you call us to come to Indonesia to the boot camp. And today, it's not possible to us since maybe 8 months. How do you manage to keep this family that you get all over the world with Freedom Fed Net Global?
Yeah, I must say thank you for the technology actually, because now, of course, we cannot see each other physically. Even in Indonesia, the same thing. We cannot conduct physically training because avoid of this kind of social distancing. And the good news is because of the technology, for example, we can communicate using mobile phone, WhatsApp communication, and if you want to see each other, now the Zoom, for example, now we can talk in the Zoom. So the good news, so our people now, FFG family start learning new skill. At least now we can use the Zoom every day, communication, training, online, using Zoom, show the business opportunity also through Zoom. Also good news, on the positive side, we can see the positive side of this COVID-19.
Thank you, Papa. Papa, I want to ask you something very particular, and this maybe will surprise you. I have read many leaders, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and so on. All those people, Mother Teresa, who impacted people all over the world. How do you feel if sometimes we from Africa, we consider you not maybe, it's not the comparison, but you are for us very important as all over the world. All those leaders are very important for the world. How do you feel if they say to you that we take you as Mother Teresa, as Martin Luther King, according to what you have given to us? How do you feel that?
I'm still far from Martin Luther King and Mother Teresa. What they have done is really fantastic. Of course, if you say, what do I feel? I almost impossible how I'm just a humble man can receive this kind of appreciation, friends from Africa. If you ask me, I can say, yes, I feel very good. But the point is not the feeling good. The point is how we want to duplicate the concept of duplication The good news is what I can see from you, Papa Foso. Now you bring this business to many countries in Africa, including not only Africa, in Europe also and USA. You know, indirectly, Papa Foso, you also did something fantastic for many people without you realizing actually. This is the happiness that I can see. We can duplicate multiplication, the leadership, duplication, the concept. So we can impact the world in the long term.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you. I'm always surprised myself when I see Freedom FedNet Global. Mean at the beginning, you see global. Now I ask you a question. What's your secret to build global? Because you build now Freedom FedNet Global and your network is so global. What is the secret inside there, Papa?
Actually, no special secret, actually. I can say the dream is very important. The vision, the mission is so important. You know, FFG stand for? FFG actually stand for From Asia into Humanity. At the beginning, we already put FFG Global, meaning Freedom FedNet Global. We have the vision global mission also. That's why we say From Asia into Humanity. So not only business, why don't we put From Asia into business, but we put it into humanity? Because we believe our business is about build people. When you build people, the people will build the business. But the most important thing, the humanity in the sense of a character, a quality that impact the business. It's not the business impact the person, but the person impact the business. That is very important. If you ask how difficult, not really if we put our energy over there. If you ask the secret, what is the secret? The secret is I using my heart. I do the business totally combine my heart and my mind. I believe people can connect with heart, energy. Like today I believe even Papa Foso, you come to Jakarta or the rest of Indonesia cities, even you cannot speak Bahasa Indonesia, people can feel your heart. Because you have the big heart, people can feel. As long as you have the good intention, good heart, you will spread out the good energy and people can feel. The same thing like we fly to your country at the beginning. I cannot speak French at all. Even until today, I don't speak. I just speak English. Even Mama Eiling, the first time, you just talk from your heart. And the good news is people can understand from the heart, you know. People can feel the energy. So this is the secret actually. Using the mind and heart, people can feel, Papa Foso.
I can agree with that today, because Papa, at the beginning, the first day I take this fantastic F1 you gave to us, the first thing I learned in was the destination of network marketing, and I focus on it. That's why today, as you said, I can build globally. But now, Papa, the point is, it's not easy to use heart and mind at the same time. We always use logic, is what I meet every day in my team. What I have to duplicate for those to understand a bit what I understand mean, use the heart and the head in my network.
I believe we can train our mind how to apply what we believe. If I believe that I must use my heart and combine with my head, of course, I pay attention to learn how to do it. That is why in FFG, you start reading book, for example, as you start doing the mentoring program, you start reading book, you report it to your upline and listen a lot of CD. And another thing that we have done so far in FFG also, especially in IM2, every IM2, I'm talking the morning shower, morning feeding. The morning shower, morning feeding, actually people pay attention only shower the body. Actually, we need to shower our mind, even our soul. In this sense, mind and soul is not talking about logic, you know? So this is, we can train our mind in a certain level. I believe we can achieve that level. I know mostly people talking business is about logic, using logic. I don't say this is wrong. I say the mind and the heart must combine, balance. This is the happiness in my life, in this business, in this industry. If we combine our mind and our heart, harmonize, is the mind and heart is harmonized, you will feel peace in your mind. This is called inner peace. The inner peace, you don't feel any guilty with other people because you don't have any bad intention. Am I correct? For example,
Yes, sir.
I flew to your country, do business with you. At the very first day, my intention is I come to give opportunity, to give hope to the people. If that is my intention, I'm using my heart. Of course, in the logic part, I also can earn money at the same time. You understand the point?
Yeah,
So,
understand.
so this is very important. If my intention is come to you, okay, I just won't come to grab your money, then I run back to my country. I will not come back again. Bye bye. This is I am only using my mind, my logic. Maybe I think you cannot catch me anymore. I go back already in my country, Indonesia. We are so far. Yes, logically you can use that part, but I go back to Indonesia, maybe I grab a lot of money, but what happened to me? My mind and my heart say, Onggi, you did something wrong. Onggi, you did something wrong. This is not correct. This is not correct. So I don't have peaceful mind. What the point of money? I have a lot of money if I don't have the peaceful mind. This is also affect our physical body and so on. Life is not only money. Money is part of it. Yes?
Yes, Papa.
Yeah.
I want to be sure that I understand. Meaning, if I focus in the money, it's not too good. Even if I need the money, what I have to focus on is maybe how to bring FFG or how to bring health to people, and then money follow. Is it correct, Papa?
In our business, I can say yes. In our business, just say, I come to you. Okay. For example, you are my prospect.
Yeah.
I come to you. My intention is I want to give this man opportunity, business opportunity. I also want to give this man have a better health. Okay. We know our product is so helpful for our body. And I also come to this man. I want to share my personal development in leadership, in people skill, in all the EQ matter. Not only IQ, but the EQ. So this is my intention to you. So the intention to you, when you can get my heart, you can feel it, then you link to me. Once you link to me, heart, and I tell you, when people link heart and heart, they cannot break easily. But if I come to you, for example, if I come to you, my intention only, okay, I want to earn money from this man. Papa Futso, I want to take money from you. I want to take money from you. Maybe I want to sell you the product, for example. So my intention only sell you the product. Just say you buy the product. Then I go back home. Oh, I feel good. I get the money. But meanwhile, you have the product. Maybe you don't know how to use the product. You don't know the business, anything. Then you don't feel anything with me. So the connection is not there. You understand the point there?
Yeah, understand, Papa.
Because you don't feel it. You don't feel anything. Then at the end of the day, you say, oh, this man just come to me, sell his product to get money from me. That is all. So you don't have any feeling with me. But if when I say to you, Papa Fuso, I'm not selling your product, please. I'm not selling you the product for you only. I want you to get the benefit for my product. Okay? Not only that, I want you to get the benefit of the business. I want you to get the benefit of our mentoring program.
Okay.
I want you to get the benefit from our concept of reading book. I want you to get the benefit of our learning attitude. I want you to get the benefit. I invite you come to boot camp. So one day you understand, oh, okay, this man really come to me. He is really want to raise me up, not only take my money away. Once you can get that feeling, because I come to you pure heart, I don't have any intention, just take money from you, run away, and you can feel it. Because people can have the feeling, the connection of feeling, vibration. That's why people say like attract like. Like likes like. True?
True, Papa.
Yeah.
Very happy to understand that. I would like to have all my downlines understand it direct to you. And once more, I can understand the power of Freedom FedNet Global because Papa is not only in the business. I have the benefits of this support system. My family get the benefits. My life changed radically through this Freedom FedNet Global system. And if, for example, we were in front of Africans today. Let me say it, Papa, because I know what you represent to us now. 8 months now, since February, no possibility to us to come and learn in the source. If you were in front of all leaders in Africa, according to this time you lose for with COVID-19, what will you say has advice to do? Because it's so long for us. It's so long.
So sometimes we also miss each other, you know. I also miss going to Africa already. Long time don't see each other. Also the feeling of because the connection is there. What I can say to our family in Africa, it's not only Africa, actually the whole world. So this is what I learned. If you want to live a peaceful mind, peaceful life, because like this condition situation we cannot control. I believe nobody can control. So if the situation like this we cannot control, just accept it. And what we can do is now, what we can do, for example, now we can do is using Zoom to have a meeting. Okay, so we can use a Zoom to have the training, to communicate with our downline, even multi-sell, even to do the business opportunity, to offer the business, to do demo using Zoom, to explain the product using Zoom, to show our marketing plan using Zoom. This is at least temporary, we can do so. And the rest we can, in the WhatsApp group, we can send messages, we can send information to our group, and we can do the consultation using WhatsApp group. What we can do now is using technology.
Social media is our possibility now.
Yeah, actually, social media, if you use in a correct way, social media is very powerful. The only thing, we don't misuse it, okay? As we use it positively, social media, I can say, is a fantastic opportunity, helping us to do the business.
Thank you for this answer, Papa. You know, I'm 63 now. So for me, what can be the place of FFG in the youth school orientation, Papa? What I mean, if what I know today, coming from FFG, if I knew it 30 years or 20 years old, can imagine what I can be today. So what can be the FFG orientation about youth?
That is why in my mind, in my vision, what we want to do in the future, hopefully one day FFG is something like Life University, special for the young people to join in our FFG to learn how to do business in a proper way, step by step, etap per etap. And yeah. And also learning about life, learning about people's skill, learning about leadership, and all aspect in life, including spiritual, including the passive income rooms. So meaning the young guy just open the door, go into the room. In every room, he can learn leadership, people skill, financial freedom, okay, and so on. This is my dream in the future, my vision in the future. That's why we can do it together, Baba Fatso. You can imagine people like you, if we sit down together, we prepare this properly. I believe in the future is a very, very bright future for the next generation. Like you say, imagine 30 years ago if you know FFG. If you ask me, I also say the same thing. Imagine if in my very young age, okay, already doing this business, wow. It's of course totally different, you know what I mean? But still okay, better than people don't know anything. Like you, they say you now is 63. Your face look like it's not 63. You look so young. Your face is your skin is so nice. In the 63, your skin like now maybe a 20 years skin. Yeah, true. Compared with a lot of people outside, 63 they look so old, but you still look young. But I believe this because of the effect of you, the happiness inside from you.
Yeah.
Aside of our product, the peaceful mind. This is important. That's why for the next generation, so they have a peaceful mind, earning passive income, even not only one source. In the future, FFG is planning to have multiple sources of passive income. Can you imagine if you have so many passive income? So people come to FFG, okay, they know already. They just set the goal, where do they want to go. How many passive income that they want to receive in this industry. Like I said, the university, Life University, we teach something that the school or the university never teach. I believe most of the lesson you learn from FFG, you cannot get it in the school and university. Am I correct?
Never.
Yes, that is the answer. They
Okay.
never come to teach you how to live a life. They never come to teach you how to earn money properly. They never teach you use the mind and the heart. Am I correct?
Correct, Papa. Correct. Okay, Papa, because we are talking about youth and we are talking about financially free, mean we have to learn our youth, of course, good to go to school, and but at the same time, give them the business mindset, right? Am I correct?
I don't say go to school is not important. Even my kids until now also in the university. I believe the school also important. In school, mostly you can learn a lot of knowledge, also a lot of skill. But the kind of skill and know-how and just for you to earn a living. It's not earn fortune. So earn a living is you see. Okay, this is what is the pattern around the world. Okay,
Okay, Papa.
I believe Cameroon the same thing, Indonesia the same thing, the rest of the world the same thing. You see how the process of a life in a normal life. You get born, okay? Then starting from kids, you go to school, yes? Elementary
Yes.
school, junior high school, senior high school,
Yes.
and university. After university, where people go?
Job.
Yes, find a job. Find a job meaning you earn a living.
Yeah.
True?
True, Papa.
Yes. In FFG, you are not earning a living. In FFG, you are earning your fortune. So totally different, Baba Futsal.
Thank you, Papa.
If you want to earn fortune, you cannot go to school. Unless you want to be a scientist, you go to school. If you want to be a scientist, yes, you go to school. You cannot be a scientist in FFG.
Yeah.
So also cannot compare, cannot compare. If you want to be a scientist, don't go to FFG. If you want to earn living, don't go to FFG. But if you want to earn fortune, you can go to FFG to learn.
Thank you, Papa.
Papa Futsal, by the way, maybe a lot of people don't know about you, what you learn, what you earn from FFG. Maybe this opportunity, I can also ask you, actually, what you get from FFG, why you are so serious in FFG. I see you hard everything you put in FFG. You go to many countries to build FFG. You're very FFG minded. Can you share with me why you so-called FFG minded?
Yeah, Papa, I can say I'm a born again. This is not in the religious way. I grow in the area, in the poor area. Yes, you can see this picture to see exactly where I grow. I don't know if the picture is good. And one day, I quit my parent to move to Douala to fight. I didn't know nobody there. And I fight many years, many jobs in the day, but God bless, because it was my dream, because I focused on this. One day, I become a boss of a company, director, 20 years. But I didn't want this situation because I knew where I grew up, I knew that my children will not always have the possibility for themselves and to take care for me. I was very rude because my life was not something easy. I didn't take my family in the way it's good to take. One day, after spending 2 years in network marketing, inside me, I knew that network marketing can be the best thing. Until one day, I received an invitation and I go in the room and met Freedom Finet Global through Dr. Raoul. God always guide me until one day I decide I will come to Indonesia to understand what it's about. I discovered that why, Papa, when I get back Buskem, it was not Futso again, it was Papa Futso. Because Papa for me, it's not the same word. For me, don't call me Papa because I'm whole. No, call me Papa because I'm the one who take care for family. Don't call me Papa because I have born people, because I have children. I'm Papa according to how I take care for my children. And my children are not only my real children. My children is my network. My children is all those people who can pass around me and need my help. That is the meaning of my papa today. FFG bring me, because FFG for me is me. Progressively every day is me. That's why when I say this book, it's not because I'm in front of you, Papa. Because with this book, I understand all the life in all the every network marketing. You cannot succeed in network marketing if you don't understand what is here, if you don't apply. But the point is, we always lose time, fight on what we see. We always focus on result. We don't accept to build ourselves first and be the asset, the real asset. So I sleep with this book now because I understand something now. And that was what Mama Fotsona, if you see her book, it's always is whole because we keep this because this is already new. We keep it, but we read the one for Mama Fotsona every day because we understand what is FFG now. We understand what FFG can bring in the life of people. FFG progressively is changing the person that you have in front of you. But now, I'm sure, sometimes I say that I will never be poor again. Never. Even if you take what I have, you take it all and left me empty, I'm sure I will never be poor again. Why? Because through FFG, I learned the process. This is the key for me. I will see it through my downlines. I will see them duplicate exactly what we learn, what FFG gives to me, FFG bring me, give me. That is my answer.
Fantastic, Papa Fotso. Happy that I can see what you got already in FFG. Now is your turn to duplicate the cons to the rest of the world. Very good. I'm so happy to know that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can ask you one question again, Papa. I will just ask Papa. I know we in Africa, we try our best because we don't have the connection is the problem in Africa, but we make our best to watch what you teach to us. So I ask you, Papa, what advice can you give to us to be the better person in this fantasy industry? Suppose that all Africans are looking at you right now, that are waiting for something that can help them. What can you advise to us about this network marketing and Freedom FedNet Global?
Like I say before, Papa Fotso, I believe we can do it together as a team. Let's one day maybe we sit down, Papa Fotso and all my top first layer, okay, and then we set up a concept called something like I say the Life University. This Life University, so welcome to everybody. Come into this university to learn.
Okay, Papa.
Maybe in the future, we have the very clear topic about leadership and people skill, life destination, and source of visually passive income and mentor part. So we have so many part of this. So hopefully one day, Papa Fuso can send the kids, even your grandkids, into this Life University. Of course, they also go to the university. I mean, you also can learn a lot in the university, but in the life, they can learn in FFG. Life and fortune, they can learn in FFG. So meaning, if your kids, for example, study in the university, at the beginning part-time in FFG. So this kind of the combined two part, so make these people better person. That is what I believe. And of course, now what we can do is just follow the step now. For example, we have mentoring program. We have 3x21, for example, 3x3 life program and so on. And reading books, listen CD, and
Welcome.
do the welcome, and do the basic step. And so doing the 9 foundation and 4 pillars. So we can duplicate this one to the team. But in the future, maybe we just say this university is open university. Open meaning everybody can go in. Everybody, no matter what is your background, whether you are old, whether you are young, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether you are high educated, whether you are uneducated, no problem. As long as if you want to live a better life, we open the door for you. FFG always open door for everybody because we believe at the end of the day, we are not different. We are the same. Maybe we have only different skin, okay? It's not the big deal. That is not the problem because inside we still have the same thing. We have heart, we have mind. So everybody have the same thing in the God eyes, meaning you and me in God eyes the same. It's the God's kids, you know. This is the dream of FFG. We want to bring people all around the world, hand in hand together, collaborate. Just say I have my strength point. Papa Futsal has Papa Futsal strength point. The strength point combine and different culture, different background, but we are same vision and mission. Can you imagine if this happen? I believe we will live our life with a very fantastic legacy. This is what I believe.
Oh, thank you, our African God gift. Thank you, my hero. It was a pleasure to receive from you this morning.
Thank you, Papa Futsal. Send my best regard to all your family in Africa.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you. God bless you.
Bless you. Bye-bye.
Banyak orang begitu jatuh, bangun, jatuh, and then nyerah gitu. Tapi Pak Onggi bisa persisten, konsisten, terus fokus gitu Pak.
Ya untung mungkin baca buku ya. Baca buku, dengarkan kaset terus gitu. Lingkungan juga, saya kan lingkungannya presentasi ketemu orang, sudah lupa dengan saya punya kondisi mungkin.
Apa yang benar-benar udah deh, pokoknya terserah Tuhan deh gitu.
Iya, pertama mungkin ada kaitan pada karakter saya juga gitu ya. Kalau saya sudah putuskan mau ini, saya kerjakan gitu. Saya kerjakan apapun rintangannya, saya kerjakan. The magical moment pada saat saya mulai bangkit secara finansial saya maupun kehidupan yang lainnya saat saya menyerah pada Tuhan.